Hey everyone, it's Chris with Silent Flute, and this is going to be a mudra. I tend to combine mudras with meditation, so this video is on Shanmukhi Mudra, which is also very similar to Nada Mudra, and very similar to a pranayama called bumblebee breath. So this is all about gaining perception of an internal resonance, a sound that, if all other sounds were to disappear, that you would hear within you. This isn't the sound of the creation of the universe, that classic Om. This is just an internal nada sound. Nada is a Sanskrit word for like an internal hum. And without using too many words to describe what the sound is, because it's very personal to you, I'll show you Shanmukhi Mudra, and then I'll show you the variants of Nada Mudra and bumblebee breath. So for starters, Shanmukhi means 6 faces. 6 faces are your senses. 5 senses plus a mind, which is the 6th sense. And what we'll do is plug the orifices of our head. You don't really need to do much with the lips. The lips will close, but you place your fingers there as a reminder. We'll plug the nose with the middle fingers. Plug the eyelids gently, not the retinas, just to remind you to close the eyes with the 4 fingers and the thumbs. The thumbs can plug, or you can push the tragus. It's gentler to push the tragus in. However, because I have cauliflower ear, it actually hurts on the right ear to do it. I can do it on the left, but I want symmetry, so I just plug the ears. But like I said, you could just push the tragus in, and that also does it. Okay, so Shanmukhi Mudra, any comfortable seat. I will assume the plugs, exhale the air through the nose, close the nose, and then make the beak of a crow, because you can go back, I'll tag Ka Mudra, which is the crow mudra. And there's a mythological reason why we'll create the beak of a crow imaginatively with our mouth. And so just imagine you have the beak of a crow. It's an immortal icon in Hindu mythology. So you're becoming immortal. So exhale through the nose, plug the nose, inhale through the mouth the beak of a crow, plug the mouth, and then I hold the breath. There's no bandha, so no chin lock, no clinching of anything. It's just a breath hold, and I gaze at Trikuti, which is right between the eyebrows. Okay, so here's the demonstration. And then I exhaled through the nose by opening that plug. I counted to 25. I did a really fast count. You can make it a slower count, but it's not a pranayama, so you don't want to be straining there. And supposedly, and I won't tell you my experience with this, but as it was taught to me from BNS Iyengar, we're looking for an image of a goddess, an image of a female form, which would be Shiva's counterpart. So the counterpart of consciousness, pure consciousness, would be Shiva. It's the, what do you call it? When you humanize something that's inanimate or whatever, the frequency of Shiva is pure perception. The frequency of Shiva's wife, he has many wives, I forget which one this is. I'll write it below when I do my research again, sorry. But the female form will appear in whatever it means to you, so it's not a necessary classical form. It could be a black woman, it could be a white woman, it could be big, little, young, old. It could just be a sense, a feeling of that nurturing, motherly energy. That appears to the third eye, or wherever you're gazing, and that's a sign. It's a symbol of kind of protection when that happens. And so that is Shanmukhi Mudra. You can do this up to 5 times. I'd recommend just do it twice. Just do it twice, and so you're plugging the ears, eyes, lips, nose, exhale, excess air through the nose, plug the nose, inhale through the mouth, close, keep the tongue retracted. I don't want to touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, but it's not necessarily Kachari Mudra. And then count to 25, gaze at Trikuti, and exhale through the nose, and then remove the hands. Okay, so how is this similar to Nada Mudra? Nada Mudra is basically the same. You just plug, close. You can do the whole thing with the nose and lips, but it's not a breath retention. So you stay in that. There's a what do you call it? there's kind of a middle ground where if I inhale so much, my natural, when I let go of that effort, the rib cage returns to some middle ground. If I exhale fully, then the rib cage naturally wants to return to that static middle ground. So there is a kind of a variable volume that the rib cage can go where it won't return like a rubber band back to the normal. That's a small window. If you go beyond that and you let go of the effort, the breath, your rib cage will return to normal. If you go exhale too far and you let go of the effort, the rib cage will return to this happy medium ground. So that's where I'm staying. When I hold Nada Mudra, I do the same thing, plug the ears or push the tragus. Maybe I help to close the eyes, and then the other fingers go to the side of the head. And I can look to my forehead if I want to, but what I'm doing with Nada Mudra is I'm listening for... And then you'll hear a little something inside, and that's the point. That's nada. That's the nada sound. It's a really good warm-up exercise, actually, right before meditation. Just do a minute or two of Nada Mudra, and that prepares for the meditation. I don't need to go into bumblebee breath. It was probably too much to even go into Nada Mudra. Nada Mudra is not taught by BNS Iyengar, but Shanmukhi Mudra is, and they serve two different purposes. You know, Shanmukhi Mudra, where I'm plugging the nose in the mouth, and it's a breath retention gaze to between the eyebrows, is a very energetic practice. You really, when you're plugging everything and you're intent on gazing and you're holding the breath, which induces a pranic effect in the body beyond just a normal breath. I mean, you see things. You'll see something with practice. And Nada Mudra is more about, let me kind of close off my senses, my ears and my eyes, and focus inward and listen for a little sound. And it's a good way to calm down and settle down before like a meditation or even bed or something before you go to sleep. Do a little Nada Mudra, calms you down. Once you do Nada Mudra enough, then you can just tune into Nada. It's interesting because in like Spanish, the word nada, it's like nothing, but Nada, Sanskrit for that inner sound. Okay? If you like this or found this helpful, comment below. If you have an idea of a mudra that you'd like to learn, I don't know them all, I know a few, but I would be happy to share more. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Namaste. Ninth limb.